See, the original SNES version of the arcade game Final Fight lacked the character Guy, so here in Final Fight Guy, you can play as Guy. This was originally a standard release in Japan, which is why over here, for its more limited run, it retains a lot of the Japanese box's style, proudly stating it's direct from Japan, alongside being a Blockbuster exclusive. This never made sense as a wide release over here, considering how it's the exact same game as Final Fight on SNES, just with one of the characters replaced with Guy. But as a store exclusive, why the hell not? Especially as a rental. You can just grab this for the weekend and discover what a guileless childhood isn't like. You also got Clay Fighter Tournament Edition as a Blockbuster exclusive, which wasn't really much more than a less glitchy, more accessible version of the original. Thank Christ less people could play it. But then we have the original titles, games you couldn't dream of picking up anywhere else. Mr. Nuts, Eek the Cat, and Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs. Wait a second, weren't there 4 horsemen? These are genuinely some of the most who fucking cares kind of games. It's no wonder why they were rental exclusives. Because who would buy them? Blockbuster had a few other games heavily linked to them in this era, though they weren't exclusive to them. Titles like the Star Fox Super Weekend and Donkey Kong Country competition cartridges are oftentimes considered Blockbuster exclusives, though while they were used during competitive events at Blockbuster, they were actually offered later through Nintendo Power Magazine, so these aren't Blockbuster exclusives. This is. Bitch. My god, they went crazy in the PS1 and N64 era. Stunt Racer 64, Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals, NFL Blitz Special Edition, International Track and Field 2000. Hell, Daikatana was initially exclusive for a few months. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine was basically exclusive outside of being offered on LucasArts online store in the year 2000, so it may as well have been. It's like, if you went to Blockbuster, you were playing games you couldn't play anywhere else. I'm going to Family Video. The biggest title here was definitely Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. Yep, the only way to play the definitive version of Clay Fighter 63 1/3 was through Blockbuster. Want to play as Lockjaw Pooch? More than anything! Well, clear your weekend because they gotcha! And nowadays, due to this game's excruciatingly limited retail presence, later down the line, we got Freestyle Street Soccer on GameCube and Xbox as an exclusive, and a handful of standalone expansion packs for Outlaw Golf and Volleyball. Wait, do you hear that? It's you giving a shit. Wait. There it is. Yeah, as early as we can go, I think we can already see the point of store exclusives here. Does this have market potential? Well, let's see. This was where already developed and produced games that nobody wanted came to die, with the faint hope somebody would consider renting them for a weekend. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine is probably the only game here I'd question. I feel like that would have done fine out in the real world, but no, instead, it's stuck here with the nosebleeds.
Meet the cat.
Now, thankfully, not all retailer exclusives were as dire as these, but they're just as dumb. Ratatouille on the original Xbox, exclusive to GameStop. The gamers won. Listen, this one sounds weird initially, but then you get a reality check, alright? So, this game released in June of 2007. The Xbox 360 launched in 2005. The original Xbox was discontinued in 2005 and always targeted a more mature and hardcore audience. This game was coming to every goddamn platform ever made already, but nobody was buying original Xbox games anymore, and nobody is also not interested in movie tie-in kids games. So, this version of the game probably had the least going for it at the time. Now, canceling it wouldn't have been a huge deal. The number of kids who only had this console in 2007 dying to live a day in Ratatouille's shoes, I mean, they must be out there. So just releasing it at GameStop? Sure. I feel like GameStop is the store you make super niche core experiences exclusive to, whereas Ratatouille would fit better at like a TJ Maxx. But could you really sleep at night if the Xbox port of a game with 10 other versions didn't release? Well, it could, but keep in mind, I'm deranged. So thank you, GameStop, for making sure I could buy Ratatouille for Xbox. Well, it could, but keep in mind, I'm deranged. And GameStop really pulled through for us with this one. Wait, is that another game in need? GameStop, oh god, do your magic! Xenoblade Chronicles. This game had one hell of a road to launch here in North America. Originally, it was supposed to, with no caveats. It got a trailer at E3 2009 titled Monado, Beginning of the World. Then, exactly, not a damn peep. It launched in Japan in June of 2010, eventually released in Europe, fully translated to English a year later, all while Nintendo of America was busy elsewhere. Listen, man, 2011 to 2012 was a rough era for the Wii. Sure, Skyward Sword and Kirby's Return to Dreamland release. That's great, sweetie. Please get this thing off my porch. Very light release schedule. It felt like a